Hey everyone, we are on to lesson 9. Can you believe it has been 9 weeks? This is our 9th week of class. So we have just over a month left. So stick with me. Carry on throughout to the end of the semester. I know sometimes we kind of get in a kind of stuck, and I am going to encourage you to continue to persevere and push through to make the most out of this semester up until the end. So, lesson 9 is on self-reliance. And I love this topic because it helps teach us how if we are in a place where we're provided for and we're making sure that we are prepared and that we've become educated and all the things that we need to do to be self-reliant, then we're in a position or in a state or a place where we can help others and serve others. And I know that's where true happiness comes, is when we're helping others. So, I hope you enjoy this week. Let me pull up okay. Sorry. The application activity. I just want to go over the directions because this week you have 3 different things and you can pick one of them to do. So what you're going to do, let's make sure I'm in the right place. Okay, so when you get to this page, it talks about how there are 6 categories of self-reliance. You can be self-reliant. I think so often we always just think of food storage. I think that's the first thing that comes to my mind, at least. But you could be self-reliant in your spiritual strength, your education, health, employment, home food storage, and finances. So all those categories. So you pick one of those categories that you want to improve. So if I was looking at that, maybe mine is health. Maybe I think I need to be healthier so I'm in a place where I could serve others because I have taken care of my health. So that's one. Just pick one of the areas you want to improve. And then as you pray for a goal that you can set, you're going to develop a SMART goal. And it needs to be something that can be done in 1 week. Not by the end of the semester, not by next year, not by the end of the Pathway program, or by the time you're done with your schooling. It's just something you work on for 1 week. And so when you select it, you're going to start your sentence with "this week I will." So remember, it's just a week. Remember the requirements of a SMART goal, and then you're going to work on your goal next week, okay, during lesson 10, and on lesson 10's report, learning report, you'll say how it went. Use this template, and as you fill out the template, I want you to look at this. I'm going to block myself for a second. I want you to make sure that you're looking at the requirements. I look for making sure it's the length. You have a letter that you're going to write, and I'll explain that. Make sure that it has met all the requirements. It's the right length with good grammar, sentence structure, punctuation. And then I'm looking for these things that you have done to meet that are on the template. So let me show you the template. So these questions, you'll see here, answer the questions below. And after taking some time, what category did you choose? So that's answering number 1. And you'll get points for making sure you answer that. And you go through all of these and answer. Tell us your goal. This week I will, maybe if mine's health, I will eat 5 fruits and 5 vegetables each day. Or I will prepare my meals and not eat out or go to restaurants because I have prepared ahead of time. Then you answer these questions. Is it specific? Don't just write yes. Say how is specific. How will you focus on just one thing to improve? So make sure it's specific. It's not too general saying, I'm going to be healthier. Tell us specifically. So you go through and answer all those, and then we have this letter that you're going to write to yourself. Imagine yourself in the future, and you're now self-reliant. So I would imagine myself in 10 years where I am very healthy and self-reliant with health. write a letter to myself now. So I'd say, Sister Colton, I'm writing to you in 10 years, and you, as you read this, I'm going to tell you things that you can do to become self-reliant in health, because I now am. And so make sure that you have included in there things that your current self should do to help you reach that goal of self-reliance in that specific category. I guess I can put my face back on. Here are the requirements. It has to be half of a page, at least half a page, to one full page typed. 12-point font, so the size needs to be 12 point, single spaced, and then spell check your work. So look through it, and if you're going to type it in, type that letter here, and they're working on getting spell check to work from the template. If it's not working, I would just copy and paste whatever you just typed into a Word document and use the spell check tool to catch any words that are spelled wrong. And in your letter, make sure you say why self-reliance is important. So I'd say, I have learned to be healthy in self-reliant in health, and that's important because what are the benefits? I am here 10 years later, and I feel great. I'm happy mentally and physically because I've chosen to be healthy in my self-reliance. And then suggestions. Here's some things that you can be doing to make sure that you are healthy down the road. Stop, if you drink soda, stop drinking so much soda. Exercise each day. Work on getting your fruits and vegetables. So I would give yourself suggestions to help you reach where you want to be in the future. Okay? So you'll just type that letter right here. And I'm just going to tell you, when you type a letter, oh, it's not going to like me. Dear Sister Colton, or you could say, Dear Self, I am writing this letter 10 years into the future. You are trying to be healthy and more self-reliant in that area. So you type your letter and make sure it has these things. And after I've done that, I need to make sure, that it's half a page long, it's 12-point font, and single spaced. Let me highlight that. I'm going to actually pull up, if I can find it, hold on. Here's part of a paper on a different one. It's a different topic, but I'm going to show you how to make sure you have 12-point font. Here's where the font is. I picked 12, so the check mark. Single spaced, I can have the title. I'm going to put the title in the middle by clicking on that. And I'm going to indent my first. But yeah, this is single spaced, so I don't want to see 1.0 is what it is. You can go to Format, if mine's a Mac computer, and I have a paragraph, Format, and then Paragraph. It lets me pick my spacing, not double, don't do that. Make sure it is single. Okay, so if I see some that are double, you'll get points deducted because then you don't have as much content or writing when it's double spaced. So let me know if you have questions. I'm excited to read your letters and what it is that you're working on. I know that we all have different strengths, and we all have little areas that we could improve to make sure that we are self-reliant in all 6 categories. We know it can feel overwhelming, so just pick one area that we're going to work on and then slowly develop another area. But for now, just pick one. So good luck, everyone. As we get closer to the end of the semester, I want you to make sure you're going in and checking your grades. Mine looks a little different than yours, but you can go to your grades and see any zeros that you have, or I'm not quite caught up on Grady. If you've ever turned something in late, I usually try to do the current assignments first, and so if you turn something in late, those things are usually my last priority, And so I will continue to be working on getting those cleaned up. If you have an assignment that you turned in a long time ago, late, and it still isn't graded, feel free to send me an email. But hopefully those should be done by this week, and you'll know your grades. And if you have any questions or concerns, email me. I want to hear what you have to say, and I want to help. So have a great week, everyone.